explicit kind invitation of the Noble Lord Russell, I rise to provide an environmental perspective and broadly support for Amendments 17 and 127. I will, since it's the first time I've spoken in committee, I'll welcome the Noble Lord Sharp to his new role. Given the range of subjects I cover, we've discussed many things before and we'll have new subjects to cover across. And I will also apologise to the Noble Lord the Minister. I was very aware of the long time that he devoted to consultation. Like the Noble Lady Baroness Lawler, however, transport interfered in my attendance at that. There's a lot of it around, I'm afraid. I will just also comment broadly the amendments introduced by the Noble Lord Frost and others on this side of the committee. Broadly, I'm not in favour of all of those amendments. I suspect it will not surprise many people to hear. But I will suggest respectfully to the Noble Lord Frost that he might be picking the wrong battlefield when it comes to tethered bottle tops. I'm not sure that being the Lord in favour of litter is something that the Noble Lord would like to adopt, given the fact that if you look, for example, at a marine conservation study from 2023, bottle tops were the third most littered item that they found on beaches, and indeed the NGO Seas at Risk found it was the third most common plastic item in the seas, causing damage to wildlife. So we have a small, practical, sensible measure. And if the Noble Lord is finding it difficult to manage these new bottle tops, well, there is a TikToker whose handle is Andre Lifehack. He's got 8 million followers and has a neat little trick of how to manage a tethered bottle top. So I'd be happy to share that link with the Noble Lord. Like the Noble Lord Russell, I'm going to take a very moderate, practical approach to this, and I think just picking up the point the Noble Lord made about the advantages to businesses. I think we particularly look at small and medium enterprises in the UK who've suffered enormously and lost a huge amount of trade following Brexit. Regulatory confusion and uncertainty does not help them particularly, whereas larger businesses may be able to cope with that, and the sort of certainty that this amendment could help to provide would be very useful to those small and medium-sized enterprises. But picking up the environmental health and indeed more broadly the One Health aspect of this and being pragmatic, many of the EU lords and the Noble Lord Brown of Ladyton focused on chemical regulation, and I indeed, as does the Noble Lord Fox, have specific amendments on that later in the bill. So I'm not going to get into the detail of that now. But harmful chemicals and industrial processes are damaging public health in the UK. We have huge problems. The Noble Lord Brown referred to the state of our rivers, the state of our air pollution, the state of our food and the contamination levels in our food. All of these things have big impacts on public health as well as environmental health. And being, again, pragmatic and thinking about the fact that both the two largest parties in your Lordship's House are often reflecting on the number of people who are not in employment because of ill health and who are not contributing to the economy as a result. Taking steps to improve public health and environmental health as being part of that is indeed an extremely pragmatic step. And as the Noble Lord Brown said, we are actually trailing significantly behind the EU in important areas of that. I said I would be brief, so I'll stop there because I've got a lot more to say in these areas in the next group.